when the media talks with you, what you say is, my customers love coming here, and I'm going to make sure they've got the information, and I'm going to make sure that they keep coming here because we love our customers. You really do have to explain that it's a positive that you're going to keep your customers. We're going to help you with information. You're going to be able to get people to your business. During my project here, from now until 2013, you can always call me and I will help you figure it out. If you need to create a little map that you can email to people or that you can put on a flag, I will help you do that. I will customize it for your address. But we can get people to you.
And we'll print those maps on the Business Roundtable site for all members.
Yes, sir.
I'm Kent Mitchell, I practice law and professor in Tremont. One of the problems, and maybe the city could help a lot with this, with clients, people come in from out of town, is simply street signs on some of the more obscure streets. I have many people say, gee, where is this street? I don't see a sign. Most of them have them. But I think we're going into this process of detours. We need to make sure that every corner's got a very visible sign on it, so people know where they are and they can go from A to B. When you tell them make a right at Fairfield, they don't say, they know where it is.
I guess I can address that. Great suggestion. We are going through the citywide to increase the size of our street name signage. If we don't have those in Tremont, we'll make that a priority.
You have them in most of Tremont, but there are just some places. For example, if I'm bringing somebody in on Scranton to get over to Professor, I tell them take a right on Fairfield. I get a or where, what is it, Wiley becomes, is it Kenilworth, I think?
Yeah.
Again, they get screwed up. They see a sign for Wiley, but they don't see a sign for Kenilworth. And this would be an area you could make
Outstanding
life
comment
much
by
easier
Attorney
for the
Kent
business.
Menzel,
Even now,
Professor
is
Avenue
to get
Business.
street signs out there, and maybe even occasionally, and I don't know if we have a provision to do this, something that says north, south, east, west. I mean, I'm also a mariner, so north, south, east, west means something to me. But if I tell them head east, they go, head north. Where's north? Look for the terminal tower. But those kind of things will make it a lot easier for people in this mess we're about to go into.
Well said.
What I'll offer is there are other supervisors make sure we have all the signage. And I know there's groups within Tremont that we work really well with as far as traffic light bulbs being out in the meeting. They ask them if they see anything.
I'm not attacking you. You don't need to be concerned there. What I'm saying is people need to have those signs. So when you tell them to turn, they can find the street.
Absolutely.
I happen to live on that corner. My name's Patsy Klein. I'm a resident of Norfolk Cleveland State. But anyways, I happen to live on that corner. I've been there for about 6 years. I can't tell you how many people will stop me and ask for directions. There isn't anything that's going to be in the direction of the freeways or anything. And Wiley is on the back way into Tremont. You go down Wiley, you come up Columbus. It's a whole other way into Tremont.
Really bypasses that Abbey Road Bridge, but people can't find it.
It's used very often. So that's another, I've noticed a lot of foot traffic there recently, so that's another area that...
We are going to look at how, when we have to go to the detour for one direction on Abbey, we are looking at exceeding the typical detour signage to give people comfort, either finding their way in or finding their way out. We are definitely already looking at how can we make that easier for people, because we know it'll be a little challenging.
We're also seeing increased traffic on train because it's being used now from the further western Cadell, Edgewater, Detroit, Superior, or Detroit Shoreline neighborhoods to get to Tremont. I know that's not on anybody's map, but Train Avenue is becoming a detour route and it works. So that might just be something for people to think about. Not all of it is in horrible condition, but not all of it is great. So if you, Rob, the next time you come back, if you could look at that, because that is becoming a much more used route for people to get through the neighborhoods, because that's totally under the bridges and nobody's talking about construction yet.
And if I may, Commissioner Mavick, the signage may be the solution that others were referring to earlier for Literary Avenue, 5th and 3rd, perhaps signs relevant to no heavy truck traffic, maximum weight, things like that might be a consideration for your department also when you're looking at the program. And back to Councilman on Train Avenue, Some yet to unfold development projects are being worked on there, and I think that area does maybe give some thought, because I think you're going to see a lot of increased traffic, even beyond what the councilman's speaking of.
You had a question?
Yeah, Kathy, you mentioned on your timeline, the Lorraine targeting is going to be reduced down to 2 lanes? No. Okay.